What's going on, everybody? My name is Jonathan. I want to welcome you guys to the Don't Let Pornography Stop You From Purpose channel, where you find freedom from porn and sex addiction. In this video, I want to go over hidden triggers that you might not realize is leading and influencing you to want to indulge in pornography and masturbation and everything else around sex. These are things that in my 20-year journey of working on overcoming this specific thing as well, that I didn't realize was really affecting me. And as I began to become more aware of how they were and taking these things out, how it really helped me begin to take steps of seeing true freedom from it. So I want to share these things with you and see if some of these things you might be doing as well, so that you can take steps to move away from some of these things so that you can ultimately see the freedom that you want as well. So one trigger that you might not realize is affecting and influencing you is going to be eating an unhealthy diet and not living a healthy lifestyle. This is because when you don't live a healthy lifestyle and you're fueling yourself up with things that just aren't healthy and good for you, when you're not training and you're not exercising and just doing things that are going to overall give your body the nutrients and the health that it needs to perform and operate at its best, this begins to really take a toll on your emotional state. When you eat really sugary or bad things, for example, you notice how your body and energy begins to crash and you just overall don't feel as well. When you're not feeling as well physically, it also leads you to not feeling well emotionally in other ways as well. And as you do this, you start to, just think of things that can bring up really deep roots that are the real reason why you're watching porn to begin with. So that's why it's so important to make sure that as you're going through this journey, you're living an overall healthy lifestyle so your body feels better. Most importantly, your mind is operating better, because pornography really affects the mind more so than anything else. And your mind and your brain is really connected to the food and how you treat it. So when you're trying to renew your mind and transform your mind into creating new habits to walk away from pornography addiction, your health and wellness is going to be crucial. Another hidden trigger that I found was not getting enough sleep and rest. Sleep is so important when it comes to how your body and mind is going to function. And when you're feeling tired, when you're feeling drained, when you're not properly rested, I can begin to tell you how when my body just felt super tired and drained and worn out, how my mind, to get out of that emotional state of just feeling and being tired, one of the things that my mind would try to snap me out of that and to give me some energy and to give me just more of a feel-good feeling was leading me into pornography and doing things sexually that I did not want to do. So just putting a focus on, as you're going through this journey, making sure you're getting enough rest, trying to get as close to 8 hours of sleep a day. It'll make a world of difference when you have urges and you're struggling with certain things like that. When you're not tired, when you're physically feeling better, you're eating right, you're sleeping good, you're going to be able to make better decisions, and you're going to be able to really begin to build new habits around those different emotions and things that you feel, so that you can see freedom. Another big trigger that was really affecting me was social media. And social media affects us in different ways, but I can just tell you this specifically: some of those different apps really don't do you too much good when you're struggling with a porn and sex addiction, just because of the things that are on it and the things that are displayed and shown. If you're spending a lot of time on certain apps like that, where you're seeing things and you're consuming things that just aren't going to overall be good for you, it'll definitely make walking out of stuff a lot harder. So watching your social media use and stepping away from certain apps and things that you may be using a lot, that are feeding things into your mind, that may be influencing you in a certain way that you might think you can handle it, but you don't really realize what seeing those different images and things over and over again throughout the day, how eventually it may not affect you that day, but as you consume it more and more, it'll hit a breaking point to where you'll be feeling some type of way someday, and you'll see something from there and it'll just lead you down a downward spiral into things that you don't want to be doing. The last trigger I'll go over, that when I put a focus on this, it really helped me, was putting an emphasis on the TV shows and movies that I was watching. If you're watching and consuming, TV shows and things that maybe do something to you emotionally, or that are playing out a lot of different sexual scenes and things in that you have to see, you may not realize it's affecting you, but as you're seeing that things and you feel it get a rise out of you and you feel it, do something to you emotionally in that way, that is pushing you into your pornography and masturbation, which is why it's so important that you kind of break away from those shows, or when those scenes and things come up, skipping past them and just not watching it. It's something that as I began to do that, it's something that I realized as I was trying to break away from it, that when I really took a notice on how I was reacting when I would see a sexual scene or something being played out, I would just get that feeling and just that urge to feel like I wanted to see more, right? And that just trickles down a downward spiral that eventually may lead you into wanting to watch pornography and masturbate and other things like that, which is why I can tell you, for me, as I began to really focus on that and just staying away, it may not have to be like this forever, but at least for a time, until you get a handle on your mind, breaking away from these kinds of shows and movies and not watching these things, can really be very beneficial to helping you really begin to see freedom and helping you walk out and renewing your mind, so that you're not so led by your sexual urges and desires when these type of scenes and things come up. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, man, definitely be sure to leave a like. Definitely be sure to leave any comments, man, on how this video may have helped you, how you disliked it, how you liked it, things that were said in this that you might really, put into practice for you. Just would love to get any and all feedback. So leave all that in the comments below. Definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification as well, as I'm always uploading new content to help you guys really see freedom from porn and sex addiction. So definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of that new content when it is released. And again, man, I just want to really thank you guys for tuning in and supporting this channel. It's been amazing to see the support and stuff around it. And I just thank you guys for everything that you guys have been doing and how you guys have really been behind this movement. And definitely hope to see you guys in the next content, and hope to connect with you guys even more. See you guys later.